and welcome to another collector's discussion. Today we're going to take a look at the Queen Studios InArt Batman head sculpt. This is the updated version, so it's fully painted this time, and it looks like they've got the eyes in the eye holes this time around. If you guys want to check out my recent video of the basically unpainted version, it's there obviously. So without me rambling anymore, we'll get right into it. Make sure you guys like and sub if you do enjoy this, and I'll pull the pictures up now and we'll get right into it. Okay, so here's the photos, and all I gotta say is these next couple of months are gonna be insane for collectors, because the competition has just exploded pretty much. It's a good time to be a 1/6 scale collector, where we're getting more options, just like in the statue world, where we've got a variety of the same character we can choose in our personal taste what would be the best one for our collection. As of right now, if this is what we're going to get as a final product, the head sculpt alone, I'm leaning more towards Queen. But at the same time, I'm also going to wait until we see the full product of the cowled mask and obviously the bat suit, because I want to see how they do the weathering in comparison to the non-existing weathering in the Hot Toys version. But as you can see here, this detail's insane. Like the pores, the texturing, like it's also got different colors of what our real skin would have. It's insane. The hair's really good as well. I still think this is better than the Hot Toys revised version, which a lot of people are saying, and I've actually went back looking at that photo. It's not even a real sculpt that they put for the revised version. It's actually just a computer rendering, which I'm now wondering, because Hot Toys have kind of rushed to catch up to Queen here, is that going to be their first head sculpt that is computer rendered and then printed from the mold, or they're going to hand sculpt it like, you know, they usually do, which they probably will. I think they just rushed the rendering, in my opinion, where it's like they saw this, or they had rumors that this was going to come out, so they quickly went on the computer and, you know, done basically something as identical as this for their released shot. But yeah, looking at this is good. And as you can see here, it's got the eyes are obviously in this version, so because they weren't in that other shot where it was unpainted, I'm wondering if they're movable. And then obviously here we've got the side, which a lot of people are saying it's quite kind of an awkward position, but I don't think so. I think it's just because it's not on a body, it looks weird. It just looks like a floating. It's obviously just floating here with the acrylic base. So I think that's where a lot of people will think it looks a bit awkward. And because he's looking pretty much dead straight on, if you have it tilted down a bit, I think it will look much better than this. This is kind of just an awkward look. But just looking at, like, just zooming in here, just looking at the pore texturing and detail here, the little stubble effects. Again, it's like what I said with my other video. If this is what we get in figure format, and knowing Queen with their reputation of releasing statues, they're pretty much 98 to 99% accurate when it comes to proto to this, the final product. So I hope they're able to translate that good reputation to this, to a 1/6 scale. But yeah, this is just such an advanced movement. Like, even just the different coloring here from the cheeks to the neck here, like Hot Toys don't really do that. It's usually one color of skin texturing, and that's all you're gonna get. And don't get me wrong, it is good detailing. Like, Hot Toys are no slouch. Like, they're the #1 1/6 scale community for a reason in the collection world. So, okay, so here's the other shot of the other opposite side of the head sculpt. And what I've noticed is right here where the cheekbone is, that it's a different setup to the other version. So here, it's a bit of a different sculpt by the looks of it. There and there. Which I think that's a really good idea, where it's like they're not just, you know, giving the same look on both sides. They're actually giving like different structures that, you know, a regular face will have. One side will be different to the other side, and it looks like they're doing that with this. And that's, again, that's an advancement that we haven't really seen in 1/6 scale figures. Statues, yeah, because there's more sculpting to do. So because it's a bigger scale, you got more of detailing and sculpting to achieve. But the fact that they're able to even do something as simple as that on something as small as 1/6 is, again, it's a huge advancement that we're probably going to see in 1/6 scale now. And I'm at this point, I just want to see the full figure, and I want to see the whole bat suit, and I want to see what materials they use, because again, this is nice and all, but because Queen are pretty much unfamiliar with 1/6 scale figures, they've done statues in 1/6 but not an actual tailored figure. I want to see how well they do on the actual bat suit and the texturing and the detailing and what materials they use as well, because looking at the Hot Toys one, the biggest problem I have, aside from the actual weathering effect, is the pleather cape. And I really don't want Queen to do a pleather cape if, you know, if they do continue to go ahead with this, which obviously they are, but yeah, no pleather, guys, please. And then here's another shot at the front. And also, a lot of people have been kind of asking, and I'm asking as well now, since we only got like around 4 pictures, I think, none of them was front on here. Like, if I scroll back, this one's obviously showing the front, but it's not angled eye to eye. It's angled up to obviously make him look more intimidating, but I want to see right up eye to eye level to see the more details. So a lot of people saying that's them trying to maybe get away with something they might have missed in the accuracy, but who knows, maybe it was just they're thinking of, let's make it more intimidating than just having it straight face like this on the eye to eye level to make it, because a lot of people are saying this is awkward. I see where I agree with people. I think it does look a bit awkward here, so maybe that's why they've taken the picture high up. But yeah, the fact that they've done this is their first attempt of the Robert Pattinson head sculpt, and they've nailed it this good. I'm really excited to see, again, in the next couple of months, how this transforms and develops into the full figure. And I think a lot of people got to remember, although the whole figure has not been revealed yet, this most likely will get released earlier than the Hot Toys version, because Hot Toys now have that bad and negative reputation of being 2 to 3 years late. While Queen, for example, because they're doing a much less, they got less properties, so obviously you're going to have less mass production. They're going to be able to ship this out and finish this much earlier than Hot Toys. And I personally think that's going to damage Hot Toys a bit, where if this is outstanding and as accurate, Hot Toys might be in trouble. Maybe just for this particular figure. But then who knows, maybe there's a big loyalty with customers to Hot Toys where it's like, as good as this is, they'll still turn their backs on this and say, you know what, Hot Toys have been good for 15, 20 years and we're going to continue buying from them regardless how good this is. I'm not really like that. I don't really have a loyalty to a certain company. It's just whatever someone produces good, I would gravitate to. And I've said it in my other video that in order for me to make this comparison fair, I'm buying both of them. Regardless if I think one is going to be better than the other, I'm going to buy both to have an unbiased opinion and then go and do a review on both of them and then compare them both and throw, you know, on-screen set pictures, behind the scene pictures of the suits. I'm going to go as accurate and in-depth as possible, and then I'm going to determine on accuracy which one I'm going to keep and obviously which one I'm going to get rid of. That's not going to say that one's going to be bad than the other. That's just me being a hardcore collector and I want the most accurate depiction of a character. And like I said, this is good competition because if Queen does release the Batsuit, obviously they're going to show not just this, they're going to show the whole suit. And they nail it to where it looks more accurate than the Hot Toys version. Hot Toys might actually say, you know what, we're going to update it now. We're going to put the kind of matte grey weathering on the abdominals and the ribs on that part of the suit to make it accurate, to now actually go neck and neck with a rivalry with Queen. And like I said, it's a really good time to be a collector now because we're getting more various options than just one company holding the license and kind of playing Monopoly. But yeah, I really like what I'm saying. Like, this just looks, from this angle, this looks like Robert Pattinson. Like, this looks like he just took the cowl off and he's watching that live news broadcast of Riddler exposing his parents. Like, this is pretty dead on to that scene. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to see the development of this in the future. So if you guys do want to, you know, watch me continue to do reviews and discussions on this, you know, make sure you like and sub. And I'll see you in the next video.